Hey, what's going on, people? This is your old pal CHH. Come on in and welcome. How are you guys doing today? I wonder if I got any drink left in this. Yeah, I do. It's good to see everybody. Come on in, have a seat. Today we're going over physical media news. That's right, we got some news, guys. So we got the announcement of some new Walmart Steelbooks. And it's funny, I actually stopped this recording because I'll explain it in a second. There was actually another one that I didn't know about because I hadn't seen anybody post about this yet until I found this other website. So anyway, we got the announcement that there's some new Walmart Steelbooks, but what's crazy is the announcement or the surprise release, more or less. And I have to imagine that Screenbox probably didn't anticipate this being as big as it actually is, and that is the Terrifier 2 Steelbook. I mean, not Steelbook, but VHS tape. And, you know, I actually went out today to try to look for this thing. Here, I'll show you some video footage right now. I was going to shoot a vlog, but there's no point in me showing it because, I mean, I picked up Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom, but, or Frozen Empire, whatever the hell the name of the movie is. But I did not find the tape, so I was just like, it's not really much of a vlog if I just go and look and don't get anything. I feel bad about that. So I'm not going to use that footage except for this. So I guess I get some use out of it. But as you can see, Bloody Disgusting's teaming up with Screenbox, and they've got this whole kind of horror section at Walmart. And there's all kinds of stuff. There's Toxic Crusader toys. There's Terrifier toys. There's Jeepers Creepers Bluetooth truck, which is ridiculous. There's a Nightmare on Elm Street light up Freddy, but it's $35 and it's the size of a Coke can. So it's way too small for that price. But they got plushies and cool stuff for, you know, casual horror fans that may want something a little fun to spice up their, you know, their movie room or whatever. And there's some cool stuff in there. So I always applaud seeing that. But there is Terrifier 2 VHS tapes, guys. Now, when I heard about this, I was just like, well, it's probably, you know, one of those things where it's just like you open it up and it's a t-shirt, maybe some stickers or something. But no, I actually heard from a few people I read about it, on Reddit, that it's actually formatted like it's 4:3 formatted, which if that's true, that's incredible. Because, you know, it's one thing to have it as a novelty, but there's so many people out there that actually enjoy watching stuff on VHS. To my surprise, I mean, I'm still kind of a Laserdisc guy, but I mean, Laserdisc is still a format that's kind of in the realm of modernization, I guess, with widescreen and things like that. So, yeah, you can get a Terrifier 2 VHS. Now, the employee that I talked to, I said, "Hey, man, I see the tag for it, but it's not there. What's the deal?" He goes, "Dude, they're selling off. They're flying off the shelves. I sold all of those today." I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I put them out this morning." I was like, "Oh, son of a bitch!" So I missed it. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Now I'm going to show you this website, this Mercari listing. No offense to this, whoever put the listing up, no disrespect. My point is, people don't overpay for these things. I'm sure they're going to say, holy shit, these things sold like crazy. We got to restock these again. They'll probably, they have to come back on the shelves. They have to. So I'm not asking people to overpay for this sort of thing. If you're interested, just check your Walmart soon and they'll probably restock it. But here's what it looks like. Obviously, they're going to mimic a lot of the poster art right there. So the front says Collector's Edition VHS. They got a side profile. The back side. We may be able to get. Let me see if I can read this. So on the back it says, complete movies on 2 VHS. Introduction by Damien Leone. Terrifier 2 convention. Phenomenon featurette. Art cards. Scratch and sniff sticker. And Screenbox 30-day free trial. Yes, it even says on the back. I see it, guys. Now, it's hard on that picture, but it does say it's 4:3. It's actually formatted for VHS. I got to say, that is pretty damn cool. I accidentally just got rid of it, guys, so let me pull it back up. Yeah, that is wicked cool. I got to give them credit for not only doing it, but actually formatting the damn thing for VHS, because if you were to just watch the movie on a VHS that was put on like from a DVD, it's not going to look as good because especially on a CRT, because it's going to present it in widescreen and you're going to have this much image like on the screen and it's going to be a pain in the ass. So the fact that they formatted it is really cool. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. It's a double VHS. That makes sense for the double VHS. The fact that there's even special features and stuff in there too is phenomenal. So I gotta say, I can't hate on this. I cannot hate on this. I give a lot of credit to Screenbox and Bloody Disgusting for doing that. Very, very cool. I think I forgot what the retail price was. It might have been $24.99. But the fact that they even have special features on there is incredible. Yeah, and it says in the back it's formatted for 4.3. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get this, but like I said, I'm just gonna wait for my Walmart to restock it. So there you go, guys. Pretty freaking cool. Okay, so let's talk about this now. Let me get out of the screen. All right, so we got the announcement of Walmart, Lionsgate. They're obviously big partners together. As we know, Vestron Video is under Lionsgate, so they do stuff with them. So last year they did some horror steelbooks, and they kind of did like this old school 50 style poster stuff in a vein. It's not super. Here's an example. This was the Blair Witch Project that they did last year. The steelbook for that. And as you can see, the movies came on separate discs. And what was so funny about this is the discs were actually backwards. So the Blair Witch Project was the Blair Witch, and Blair Witch was actually the Blair Witch Project. I remember somebody messaged me and was like, dude, they got to send us replacement discs. Because I was like, they're not going to do that. I mean, it's kind of funny. The discs are backwards. Like, I'm not complaining. It's just one of those silly things. But anyway, that's what they did last year. I give them credit, and I also kind of say, okay, Lionsgate, how many times are you going to release X movie? And we'll talk about that. So let me tell you what I thought was the listing. I thought it was this: Hannibal Rising, Sinister, Texas Chainsaw, You're Next, I Spit on Your Grave, and Wolf Creek. But there was actually another one that I didn't know about. Now, luckily, when I was filming this the first time, I was trying to pull these up on Walmart.com, but I could not get my address or my hometown to pull out of here. I don't want to put that on the internet. So finally, I went to another website, and I was like, okay, the inside cases are cool, but they're not that cool that I need to show everybody every one. So let me just like get an overview of the front art, tell everybody what the prices is on these and all that sort of thing. And when I went to this other site, they listed the listings, the pictures of them with I'll give you guys the links to I'll link this website that I found, which has all the listings for the movies as well. But they actually have another one that I didn't know about. So let's look at this together. Check this out. This is hometheaterforum.com. And as you guys can see, there's a bunch of them. There's another one that I didn't know about. So we've got Sinister, Hannibal Rising, You're Next, Texas Chainsaw 3D, excuse me, I Spit on Your Grave 2010, Wolf Creek, and the one I didn't see on Instagram or nothing, Leatherface. Now, I know Leatherface is not exactly everybody's favorite. God knows I don't love it. But it's kind of cool to see that they're doing something with that and not just Texas Chainsaw. Because I'll be honest with you, I love Texas Chainsaw 3D. But, man, I've got like 4 copies of that movie. Well, that's not true. I think I have 2 or 3. But, you know, because last year they did not only those cool steelbooks like, you know, the 50 style looking ones like this, but they did slip covers for horror movies, which were actually kind of cool. They did one for The Mist that I really liked. Jigsaw, not Jigsaw. It might have been the first Saw. They did one for Spiral that I thought was cool. So now they're doing steelbooks. They clearly see that steelbooks sell for them. These are all available on Walmart.com, and they are $22.96, I think, pre-order. They come out August 30th. So the cool ones that I'm definitely interested in is definitely Hannibal Rising. I actually like that movie quite a lot. Sinister, I think, is pretty cool. I like that movie a lot. A lot of these Lionsgate things, I don't know if a lot of them are ever going to come to 4K. They may just stick with the Blu-ray format. You're Next. The dilemma with You're Next, guys, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that keep up with the channel are aware of this. Let me see if this is bigger. That way you guys can actually see it a little bit better. Or I can zoom in. How's that? Wow, that's perfect. So with You're Next, you know, we got the announcement that Second Sight is going to be releasing a 4K box set of that, and then a standard 4K. So if owning a Blu-ray of that is something you're interested in, then that'll be fine for you, I'm sure. But, you know, if you already have this and you're like, well, I want to have the film in a premium format, like that Second Sight release, which we looked at on the last physical media news video, is probably going to suit you pretty well. Obviously, Texas Chainsaw, you know, this is it must sell for them fairly well because they keep doing stuff with Texas Chainsaw. At least I feel like they do. I Spear in Your Grave, guys. That's definitely the 2010 one. I looked at the listing on Walmart, and on the inside of all these guys, here we go. I'll do this. I'm not gonna cheapen out on y'all. Right now, we're gonna run through the inside of all these Steelbooks, and as you can see, if it's a red bloody Steelbook on the inside, there's a black and white theme with the characters in red. And now if it's the yellow and black Steelbook, on the inside it'll be the black and white theme with the character in yellow on the inside, which is, you know, pretty cool. So yeah, that's the inside of those guys. They all are the same price. I can't imagine any of these will have a lick of anything new special feature wise. When I was looking at the descriptions on Walmart, they definitely did not show anything new. But the Wolf Creek one is good. That's a good listing. That's a good movie. I'm glad that they did that. I feel like that's a title that they don't really go out of their way to promote very well. Freaking gnats, guys. I live in the freaking South, so there's gnats everywhere. But the I Spit in Your Grave 2010 is pretty cool. I think I might own that in the Ronin set already, though. But the Leatherface one, I'm not a huge fan of the movie, but I got to say I do like that Steelbook quite a lot. So I think the Leatherface one, the Hannibal Rising one, and the Wolf Creek one, I definitely have a lot of interest in those. I think I have Hannibal Rising on a DVD. Wolf Creek, it's just so cool. I want to support a title like that because I like it. And Leatherface, I like. Sinister maybe as well. But I'm really going to have to like tell myself, Christian, take it easy on Texas Chainsaw. Because I'm literally just buying that movie over and over again at this point. But those are all available on Walmart.com. They come out on August 20th, guys. And they're $22.99, $22.96 pre-order now. And I'll be honest with you, part of me says, Christian, you really, the ones you want to get, I'll tell you this, guys. Last year, there was a lot of, I had some trouble finding, and even this year, I'm having trouble finding Steelbooks at Walmart of stuff. When they had that big push earlier this year, I thought it was going to stay like that. But my Walmart has definitely gone back to its sad ways of really not having much, unless it's the biggest movie in the world. But sadly enough, I had to go drive 30 minutes to get Ghostbusters today because mine didn't even have it out. And, you know, the Steelbook stuff with these new movies, they're not showing up in mine anywhere. And I do think some stuff like Godzilla, Kong, you know, New Empire is probably selling out online, so I wasn't going to get it anyway. But my point is, if you are interested in any of these guys, I think the safest thing to do is to pre-order the ones you want, because there's a market for this stuff, and I think I underestimate how many people out there are into physical media still, especially horror physical media. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to tell you, this is kind of cool. You know, it's fun. It makes the holidays fun. You can get some cool physical media, some trick-or-treat physical media, I guess, in a way. The only issue is with some people, they have the kind of the OCD of wanting to have them all. So you're looking at getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new Steelbooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And, you know, it's just one of those things. But, you know, that's the news, guys. I'm here to give you guys the news. Let me know what you think, which Steelbooks you're interested in. Do you have the Terrifier 2 VHS? If you do, let me know your thoughts on it. If you've actually sat down and watched it, how does it look? That sort of thing. But that's it for now, guys. This is your old pal CHH saying physical media news. And I'm sure we'll be doing another episode of this sooner rather than later. But for now, this is your old pal CHH. God bless you guys. Have a great day and take care. Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.